on in the season.
Well, it really is, and you hate to lose two players that can come in and contribute for you on a nightly basis. And one of the things I think we're going to have to think about is, are we going to fill those voids right now if you're the management of the 76ers, or are you going to take a chance and see how these players play? Something that the management is going to have to think about here.
Well, they have some decisions to make, but the only decision tonight for the 76ers is how to stop Michael Jordan. And he has really come on after getting off to a rather slow start by Michael Jordan standards in terms of the regular season. But he has put some big games together here recently. Here is the starting lineup now for the 76ers. At one forward, Charles Barkley. The other forward is Cliff Robinson. Mike Gminski in the middle. And Mo Cheeks and Hersey Hawkins in the backcourt. And now they'll dim the lights here. It's great for reading. Of course, I can't see anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. As we get set for the Bulls to be introduced. The Bulls, as Steve indicated at the top, a playoff team a year ago, felt that they had gone as far as they could with the makeup of that club, so they did make that deal as they traded away the #2 rebounder in the NBA and acquired Bill Cartwright. But again, they were not counting on the injuries that they have suffered, so they're going to have some decisions to make as well, because when both men come back, and we'll get into this in more detail later on, but when both men come back, if both Davis and Pippen are going to be here, Pippen obviously will be, but if Davis does, then they have to cut somebody.
Well, that's one of the things that Doug Collins was talking about. It creates an atmosphere in the workouts that is very competitive, and Doug likes that because it makes the 11th and 12th players work extremely hard, and it gives them a good workout.
The Chicago Bulls under a former 76er in Doug Collins. Sam Vincent's going to get a call at one guard. They've been back and forth really in the backcourt in terms of who starts. And here he comes, the man, Michael Jordan. For the Chicago Bulls, Horace Grant, Brad Sellers are the forwards. They will flank Bill Cartwright, Michael Jordan, and Sam Vincent in the middle. Doug Collins, the head coach of the Bulls. Jimmy Lynam, the head coach of the Sixers, assisted by Jimmy Lynam and the trainer Al Domenico. Mark Feil, the trainer for the Bulls, stopped by and chatted, said that the Bulls really are reasonably pleased, even though it's a 3-3 start. They got two teams in their division that have yet to lose a game, and one team that has lost just once, that's Milwaukee. And they figure that those clubs at some point will have to come back at least a little bit to the Chicago Bulls. The tip-off for tonight's 76ers game is brought to you by Miller High Life. Neil Funk, Steve Mix as we get set. The officials, Joe Crawford, Steve Javie, and Derek Stafford. And it would appear it's going to be Stafford to put it in the air.
Probably the best opening introduction of a home team in the league, don't you think? Night in and night out, turn out the lights flashing.
Well, I don't think they have those vapor lights, right?
No, they don't.
Because they come back on. In some buildings, they have a problem when they turn them off and then try to get them back on. It takes a while for the lights to actually come back on full power. Stafford to put it in the air. Gminski against Cartwright. The tap batted around and finally controlled by the Bulls. This is Vincent. Jordan sliced the lane, and they couldn't get it inside to him. Backing in, and the spin. Nope. The rebound, Charles Barkley. Mo Cheeks, a native of Chicago. DeSable High School here. The Sixers have 3 players from Chicago. Here's Charles. Powers inside, goes up and got the reverse. Charles has the first field goal of the game, and the Sixers jump on top 2-0. Jordan force feeds it to Cartwright. He backs in on Gminski, falls and fires, and nope, but the tip is good. Horace Grant. Grant with his first field goal. Hersey Hawkins matched up with Jordan and trying to kick it into Barkley. Poked away, and it's going to belong to the Sixers.
Horace Grant, his first, team's first.
Cliff Robinson. Now Cheeks circling left. 11 minutes left here in the first quarter. We're just underway. A 2-0 Sixer lead. Gminski, his fall away is short. And Sellers snaps down the rebound. Vincent directing traffic. Raises up, bingo. Vincent from outside. His first field goal. Here's a steal by Jordan. He had 8 1/4 the other night. He'll go coast to coast to Janet.
That brings the crowd to its feet early, doesn't it?
How about 8 in 1/4, a single quarter for a lot of guys?
That's a
Probably
game.
you. That's
Yeah.
well, you actually you stole the ball a few times.
Absolutely.
You just didn't glide quite as effortlessly to the other end. Here as Hersey and Jaminski miss connections, a turnover, and the Bulls get it back.
76ers just a little bit out of sync right now. They've got to be able to move the ball a little bit quicker, a little bit more briskly than what they're doing right now.
6-2, Chicago. Grant, Cartwright, and they swing it. Jordan. In the air. Jumper is short. Grant's follow. Nope. Scramble. Wheeled up. Nope. Tap. Nope. And finally, Cliff.
The Chicago Bulls had about 6 or 7 opportunities to score, and fortunately for the 76ers, none of them dropped in.
Cliff that did everything but go in, but kicked off the right side of the rim. And the Bulls leading by 4, trotted up. Posted Cartwright. Wheels in, sweeps up a hook, and that won't go. A second try, and Cartwright scores. So that's twice they've had multiple shot trips, and this time they were able to finish it off.
Jimmy Lynam wants them to run even after made shots. Get the ball up, try to get the easy shot. And Mike Jaminski will be open all night at that 18-foot spot if the 76ers are able to push it up even on makes.
8-4. Chicago with the lead in the ball. Jordan, screen set by Cartwright. Ball away, nope. And Jaminski the board. Jaminski the leading rebounder for the Sixers. Robinson has Charles posted. Just below the box on the left side. Doubled quickly by Sellers and had to give it up. Cliff, good fake, drives off the glass and got it.
Nice move by Cliff Robinson. He was able to see Sellers coming out on him. Gave him a little head fake and was able to drive by him to the bucket. Nice easy shot by Cliff.
And Jordan mishandled. Barkley's lead is for Cheeks. Cheeks against Jordan. He used him nicely there as he cut right in front of him so Jordan couldn't block it from behind and got the driving layup.
It's called experience on that play for Maurice.
He knew exactly who was trailing him defensively. An 8-8 tie. Cartwright battles Cliff. Jumper's good. Baseline 9-footer.
And that's one of the things that Bill Cartwright has been doing his whole career.
Driving, Cheeks all the way to the hole and fouled by Sam Vincent.
Foul on Sam Vincent.
Maurice is driving to the bucket. He gets fouled by Sam Vincent. Shot didn't drop, but he's going to go to the line for 2 shots anyway.
Mo Cheeks settles himself in and makes the first. 10-9, Chicago by 1. Cartwright with a pair of field goals. Nobody else with more than 1 for Chicago. Cheeks buries the second. And we're tied at 10. They're just running Jordan down along the baseline. Occasionally he'll flash up high, but Vincent, they're running the show alone. Cartwright and a whistle and an illegal defense call against the Sixers.
Call on Charles Barkley.
That's one of the things why the management of the Chicago Bulls went and got Bill Cartwright, because he commands so much respect when he's posting up. I was talking to Mike Jaminski earlier, and he said he's probably one of the toughest guys that'll post up because he fights for position. He extends his arms when he's posting up, and he's very difficult to defend against.
Bad decision on the pass there, and the Bulls turn it over. Hawkins. For Cheeks, that'll get over the timeline, and will be over and back. 10-10 tie, 7:07 left first period.
Now, Hersey's got to get the Chicago out of him. He's got to get his legs back and get his mind back into the game. He's probably able to go home and have a good meal last night and visit with a lot of friends, but it may have taken his mind off the game just a little bit. He's got to get back into the game.
Grant sets the screen. Jordan jumps it for Vincent. Nope. And Barkley. Another rebound. Batted away by Grant. Here comes Vincent, 2-on-2. Vincent blocked by Charles.
Super
Oh, what
block.
a great defensive
Tremendous
play.
block.
Hawkins the trailer. Robinson the pull-up. Bingo. Nothing but net there as he buried that off the break. Sixers lead by 2. Here's Jordan. Knifes down and jams. Boy, he's got a quick first step, doesn't he?
Boy, he really does.
Even without the ball.
Quick first step, quick jump.
Cliff through traffic. Nope. And it's going to belong to the Bulls. And a timeout taken by Chicago. With 6:16 left to play here in the first period, we are dead even at 12. 45 as Michael Jordan and these same Chicago Bulls come to town tomorrow night. First 6,000 fans, 21 and over, receive a Sixers coach's cap absolutely free, and plenty of tickets still available to watch the wondrous one. Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls do battle against the Sixers tomorrow night at the Spectrum. One of those rare occasions where you play the same team on consecutive nights other than a playoff situation. In fact, they'll have in this week alone, they play the Bulls twice back-to-back and then the Knicks twice back-to-back. But plenty of tickets available for the Bulls tomorrow night at the Spectrum. Jordan dribble drive and jams again. He has 3 field goals, Steve, and all 3 have been dunks.
Well, he drove by Hersey Hawkins. Like you said before, he's got that first quick step. Hersey gave him that left-hand dribble, and he took that quick.
Jordan fought his way over the top, and Hersey unable to get it away. A strip. Barkley lost it, picked up by Sellers. Vincent looked at Grant for a moment and then decided wisely not to give it up. Cartwright. Battling, falling, firing, scoring.
Got to force Bill Cartwright to the baseline in that particular situation when he's on the right-hand floor, right-hand side of the court. Mike Gminski let him come middle where he likes to come. You just can't do that.
16-12, Chicago. Gminski answers right back. G with his second field goal. He has a pair. Cliff Robinson 2. Mo 1 and Charles Barkley with a field goal. Vincent. A hesitation move. Now he's open. Gave it up though. Sellers from outside, and that's good. Sellers has got good range.
He does have good range.
18-14. Bulls by 4 again. Sixers half-court game now. Cheeks. Short. Rebound Charles. Lays it off nicely, and the layup is good. Set up by Charles, though.
Set up by Charles with the offensive rebound, but Mike Gminski, realizing that Michael Jordan was behind him, took the ball from the left side to the right side of the basket and scored.
Cartwright kicks it out. Vincent. Nope. Tap. Good. Again. A second try, and Sellers finished it off this time. His second field goal.
It's called when the shot goes up, be concerned with boxing somebody out. Chicago Bulls will kill you on the offensive boards. They are coached to go the offensive boards.
Charles, as that pass from Hersey went awry. So a turnover, and the Bulls get it right back, leading by 4. 3:56 left in what has been a fast-paced first quarter, punctuated by 3 jams by Michael Jordan. Cartwright trying to lower his shoulder and duck in, and it's off of Mike Gminski, and they're going to give it to the Bulls.
I think the referees have been fairly lenient so far this first 8 minutes of the first quarter. They haven't really called a whole lot of fouls on anybody, and consequently, like you said, it's been a quick first quarter.
Maybe they want to go get something to eat.
Hey, restaurants close at 10.
Sellers, bang again. Sellers, left side first time, this time the right side from about 17 feet. Kick back out to Mo. Jumper is good. He measured that. Missed the first one short, but knocked that down. 22-18. Grant, he'll unload from outside. That's short. And Cheeks will push it. Stutter step. Cliff lays it in.
Nice look and read by Maurice Cheeks. He realized that the 76ers had a 4-on-3 break. He was able to get the ball to the middle, penetrate, wait for the defense to come over, and was able to dish Cliff Robinson for an easy layup.
Cartwright at long range. Sixers have been able to run a little bit more off the perimeter shots by the Bulls when they haven't given them 2 and 3 cracks at it. Jordan buries one from outside. Inside, outside the building, on top of the building, doesn't make any difference.
Born to play basketball, wasn't he?
Yep. Charles against Grant. Chiminski. Good finger roll. Popped out on him, though. Sixers will do it again. Lob for Chiminski. Beat his man. The layup good. Cartwright thought about gambling for the steal, and then couldn't make up his mind, and Chiminski gets the layup.
Cartwright got caught in the middle. Should I or shouldn't I?
Jordan dribbles it on the end line. That's a turnover for Chicago. And a timeout taken by the Sixers. 2:04 remaining in the first period. The Bulls 24, the Sixers 22.
Chicago Bulls are 12 for 24, consequently 24 points. They've got 8 rebounds, but only 6 assists, whereas the 76ers are shooting 10 for 15, not nearly as many shots, but they're shooting a high percentage, and consequently they're only 2 points down.
Cartwright able to come over the top of Barkley for the rebound, and the Bulls set up, leading by 2.
And David Wingate is in for Hersey Hawkins.
Outside, Sellers down the well again. He's knocked in 3, and all have been from outside. Paxson into the game as well for Chicago. Barkley spinning and looking. Cliff softly and partially blocked, but a foul on Sellers. That's 1 on Sellers. Here comes Cartwright out and Corzine back in. Or into the game for the first time, I should say.
Cliff Robinson going to the line for just the 3rd time for the 76ers.
Bulls by 3 with 1:26 left in the first period. And Cliff makes the second. You're watching 76ers basketball on PHL 17 in Philadelphia. Neil Funk, Steve Mix as Paxson lobs for Corzine.
The 76ers going to their 1-3-1 trap.
And effective that time as Cliff jumped into the passing lane and poked it away out of bounds. Ed Neely has come on for Chicago as well. A journeyman, hard worker. Got position on Cheeks in a mismatch and then couldn't get it to go. Maurice Sellers stopped him at the timeline. Charles. Wingate. Cliff dances away, raised Sellers up on a foul. He got it, and it's going to count. Boy, good NBA move by Cliff Robinson. He hung in the air long enough to draw the foul and then continued on with a shot.
Cliff does that as well as anybody in the league. He was able to fake Sellers to the middle. Gave him a little dribble to the middle. He came back to the baseline. He gave him a good head and shoulders fake up. Sellers went for it. As Sellers was coming down, Cliff was rising up. And he was able to draw a body and go to the line for the 3-pointer.
And the Sixers have the lead by 1. 27-26, 46 seconds left first quarter. Paxson, bang, that is drilled from outside. They've been more effective from the perimeter than they have inside.
They've got a good outside shooting team, but I think this is the Chicago Bulls' second team is a team that you can trap.
Charles fakes Neely, floats it up, it won't go, but he'll get to the line. Neely the foul. You know, well, the one thing you look at too is they're going to have a pretty good shooting percentage because Jordan just pounds everything home when he dunks the ball, and yet their perimeter game with their starters in there at least was effective. Inside they weren't so effective shooting the ball, but they got enough cracks at it.
Well, I think with the way Brad Sellers has developed as an offensive player, he's looking for a shot a little bit more. So consequently, he's a threat from the outside. You have Michael Jordan, who's an obvious threat from the outside. So there's 2 good outside shooters. Sam Vincent, even though he's been a little up and down this year, is a good outside shooter. And then you come in with your center, Bill Cartwright, So it gives you a good combination of outside and inside.
Anthony Jones checks in for Chicago as Charles makes the free throw. You know what, Steve? If I was one of the Chicago Bulls and Michael was in the game, if I caught the ball, I guarantee I would never give it up again. I would get a shot up first.
Well, you're that kind of player.
Unless I wanted an assist.
Absolutely.
Bulls hold the ball out. 11 left to play in the period, and Vincent knocks it down. His second field goal. Anderson, jumper, nope. Follow, Barkley won't go with the buzzer. So we played 1 quarter, and it's been a good one. The Chicago Bulls 30, the Sixers 29. .7:30 start, and tickets available for that game. Chicago Bulls and the Sixers tomorrow night at the Spectrum. Scotty Brooks has checked in, working with Wingate as Anthony Jones kicks at the ball and deflects it out of bounds. Jones, a first-round draft pick of the Washington Bullets a couple of years ago, moved around but made this club, or at least for the time being. Let's put it that way.
It'll be interesting to see if Charles Barkley can out-muscle Ed Neely. Ed's 6'7", 240 pounds, so he's a big fella.
Charles from outside over Neely and drills that. And the Sixers seesaw back into the lead by 1.
Nope, it's hard to post somebody up, take him out to 18 feet and shoot over him.
Yeah, Neely is a very hard worker. Paxson, that's his range right there. And he has his second field goal off the bench. David Wingate, Christian Belp, who's checked in. Well, Charles, the only starter in there. Here's Ron Anderson. Ronnie pumps one up, missed it. Rebound Anderson. Belp. And now Brooks as they go again to their half-court game. Swung down the left side. Wingate fakes and fires off the glass, and with English he knocked it in.
Confidence builder for David Wingate. He needs those types of shots, good open shots from the side to get his confidence up where he can shoot on a nightly basis.
Jordan has come back on now. Corzine, a good passing center. Here's a whistle, and Jordan held by Wingate at the baseline as he tried to move without the ball. Personal foul number 1 on David, and team foul number 1 on the Sixers.
An old pro move right here. Michael Jordan's going down through the key. David Wingate catches him. Comes right up through his arms. David Wingate lifted up off the ground a little bit, but it's an old pro move. Good move by Michael Jordan.
Looks like he's going about half speed, right?
Yeah.
And here's a turnover, and the Sixers get it back, leading by 1, 33-32. Brooks glancing at Jimmy Lynam, who paces the sideline in front of the Sixer bench. Belp sets the screen at the top. Brooks all the way to the glass. High off the glass, he scores. That was over the box.
Well, he realized that Dave Corzine was coming over to give help and try and block the shot, so he just raised the arc on the shot a little bit off the backboard, and 2 points for Scotty Brooks.
Corzine just off the lane, sweeps up a hook, misses. Rebound Barkley. Wingate, now Brooks, Belp again out high. Charles dancing from one side of the lane to the other. Wingate dribble drive. And I'm not sure what we got there.
They may have said he dribbled on the out-of-bounds line, but
I guess.
Bob Thornton's in.
Well, the Bulls have it on the turnover. Thornton. Here's Jordan, and he's stripped. Wingate on the wing. Brooks will outrun the field, and the layup is good.
Well, if you can't outrun Dave Corzine, you can't outrun anybody. So should have been an easy 2 for Scotty Brooks, but it was a good defense down the other end by the 76ers. Consequently, the 76ers have taken a 5-point lead, 37-32. Timeout, Chicago.
Well, it's going to be a 20 here as Doug Collins wants to stop things. Tomorrow night at 8. Danny DeVito and Joe Piscopo are 2 buddies hired to kill each other in the hilarious black comedy Wise Guys. That's tomorrow night on PHL 17.
That's a good movie. Have you ever seen that one?
As a matter of fact, I have. Not once, but about a dozen times. I think my son likes to watch it.
Was it your favorite movie?
No, it's my only son. Oh, Doug Collins got the 20-second timeout.
And as you take a look at this second team that's in there, Brooks, Anderson, Wingate, Thornton, and Chris Belp, you realize that the 76ers have only 4 players that remain from a year ago. And it's quite incredible when you think that what the transition the 76ers are going through, that they still have a 3-2 record.
They lead by 5 here as Paxson goes to Jordan. Once, twice, he fakes, scoops, no, tough luck. Rebound, Jordan had it, lost it. Anthony Jones, I should be walking, well, there was one
It
walk.
should be walking or a foul or something, but he called 3 seconds.
I think the official on the near side wanted to call a foul. The closer official won the argument. Brooks again using Belp out high at the top of the key. Ron Anderson. Thornton wheels in, goes up. Nope, wouldn't fall with a little short left-hand hook.
Good strong post-up by Bob Thornton. He took the nice little turnaround hook shot, didn't go in.
Jordan hasn't, other than his early dunks, hasn't been able to get it going inside, but he's knocked it down from outside. Jordan now with 5 field goals and 10 points. Sixers by 3. David Wingate. Wingate with his second.
2 for 2. From the outside, which is a tremendous lift for the 76ers.
Jordan challenged by Wingate. Wingate, a good defensive player. Grant double clutched and threw it up wild. Corzine forced it up, scores, and is fouled. Merry Christmas.
Yes, sir.
Personal foul number 1.
Well, if you take a look at the shot, Chris Belp goes in for the rebound. He's got his hands down. You got to go in for a rebound with your hands up. You got to think rebound on every shot. Consequently, your hands have to be up in the air. Chris's was down as the shot came off long. The rebound came right through Chris's hands to Corzine. Corzine was able to lay it in.
First personal on Chris. Second team foul. Brooks through traffic and a reach in.
Now on Michael Jordan.
Jordan the foul. Gambling defensively. And he'll do that a lot, but boy, he is so quick. He tried to poke it away.
Almost got it too, didn't he? They weren't able to get over to Scotty Brooks quick enough. And Michael Jordan was almost quick enough to knock it out of Scott's hand.
Anderson beat Jordan on a drive and then beat 2 other men and scores off the glass. Anderson's first field goal. 41-37, the Sixers. Jordan from outside again, same result. Sixers come in a hurry. Trailing his belt, raises up, knocked it down.
Chris has a nice shot from 18, 19 feet. I bet Jimmy Lyon will wish he'd take a look at that just a little bit more because sometimes he's reluctant to shoot it.
Thornton and Grant got tangled up, banging each other.
There's a good battle underneath. Horace Grant and Bob Thornton.
Well, Bobby, battling primarily for minutes and wants to play well while he's in there.
But one of the things you can't do when a guy's posting up is just let him come down and take that big block away from you. Otherwise he's gonna kill you night in and night out, and you just can't let him do that. And Bob Thornton was fighting him for that position, and the referee called a foul on Thornton.
Now it's Jordan trying to battle Wingate for a spot on the floor. Jordan at the top, inside Grant, who slipped underneath of Thornton. The foul was prior to the shot. And the Bulls want a timeout before they can shoot it. 43-39, the Sixers in front. Back right after this. Rex Chapman and the Charlotte Hornets, one of the expansion teams, pay their first call.
For Anthony Jones.
And Doug Collins is slowly getting his starters back in as Brad Sellers comes back in for Jones.
Paxson angled left at very long range, matched up with Scott Brooks. Belp playing Corzine. Grant trying to post Barkley, and Charles having none of that. Paxson force feeds to Jordan. Jumper's good. 43-41. Both clubs have played well. Both clubs have shot it well. First quarter, the Sixers shot 57, almost 58%, and almost 54% for Chicago. Sellers looked once, twice, and then wisely decided to hold it up. Jordan. Charles to steal. Foot race with Grant. Bangs him away and jams it with two hands.
Saw that one coming. Charles Barkley was just laying back on the weeds for that pass, and when it came over to Horace Grant, darted in there, stole the pass, and went in for the dunk. Good play by Charles.
Charles plays that steal and those passing lanes a lot like Jordan does. He really gambles. You're damned if you don't, but if you do, you're probably going to get a breakaway.
Anticipation.
45-43. Sixers by 2. Charles against Grant. Nice pass at the top. Belt, good move. Scoop, scores. They had knocked one down from up top, and they ran at him. By the time he was able to penetrate. Sellers backs away from Cliff. Corzine spins inside and scores. Nice move.
There's what we were talking about. If you go for the steal, sometimes you can get it. If you don't get it, just like Chris Belp did, Dave Corzine ended up with a layup. So like you said, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't sometimes.
If you don't, you better yell help.
Yeah.
And in this building, rather loudly. Brooks spinning and twisting. Flattens Paxson. Cliff's running right-hander won't go. And here come the Bulls with an opportunity to tie. Paxson unloads and missed it. He could have backed another step out and sat down on the Bulls bench. Timeout. Taken by the Sixers with 4:23 to play here in the first half. The Sixers by 2, 47-45. Back right after this.
And the 76ers are 9 for 13, so both teams are shooting well. They're playing good, tough, physical defense, but they're still shooting well, which is good to see.
Cliff Robinson uses Jaminski, drives the lane, slants across from left to right, and rolls up a hook and scores. Cliff with a big game, 13. 5 field goals, 3 of 3 from the line. Sixers are perfect at the line, 7 for 7. 49-45. Philadelphia by 4. Jordan wheels baseline. Jumper, that won't fall, and the rebound, Barkley. Cheeks lead for Hawkins. Hersey stops and pops and missed that. Rebound, Benson. Sixers trying to get Hersey involved here. Underneath, and Grant had it slip out of his hands, but he drew a foul anyway.
Still almost went in.
The foul on Hersey Hawkins. That's his first.
Nice push-up by the Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan over to Horace Grant. Gets fouls going up. Going to the line for 2, but you know, that shot, even though it was knocked out of his hand, almost came back down through the bucket. One of those, boy, I wish it would have gone in shots.
Now, who's saying that?
Horace. I wish that, because it's a lot easier to shoot 1 free throw than it is 2.
Oh, okay.
So if you can get lucky and have the shot go in.
He makes a pair, and again, it's a 2-point Sixer lead. They're leading the ball. Maurice to set it up. Cliff's alone for a moment. Good on the roll. I just started to say good pass. If G had gone the other way, it would have been. Jaminski thinking he would come back to him. He stepped out instead of in toward the basket. Now the Bulls look to tie. Vincent. Cartwright, boy, was banged from behind by Jaminski, and they didn't catch him. And then Grant steals it on the transition. Bulls get another crack to tie it. And this is out of bounds. Kick. And a fresh 24.
You know, you take a look at that steal, that last steal by Cliff Robinson. He started thinking right away, let's push it up, let's push it up, let's push it up. And when he saw Maurice ahead of him, he tried to get the pass to him. Unfortunately, he was intercepted by Horace Grant. they're thinking, their thought process is to run more, but so far this game it has been unsuccessful.
Jordan slants through traffic. Nope, he windmilled it up, but it wouldn't go, and G another rebound. Now Maurice pushes it. It's 4 on 5. Percy, short. Rebound, slapped at. Once, twice, and then a foul. And it's going to go against the Bulls. Cartwright, I believe. Bill Cartwright draws the foul. His first. In a game that has been relatively foul-free. Sixers trying to stretch the lead back out to 4. Maurice. Cheminsky's alone. Baseline, 15-footer short. Rebound, Horace Grant. Jordan. Belt high right-hand dribble, change of pace. Fires the jumper, scores.
And we were talking with Doug Collins earlier, and he still does not have a set play designed to get a shot for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is such a great athlete, he creates his own shots.
Cheeks for Barkley. Charles wheels in. Goes up and scores. And who did he compare Michael to? But Charles Barkley. He said, I don't think Jimmy's running any place for Charles. When one of the two of them wants the ball, they just go get it and score.
Right.
Benson still with a hot hand from downtown. And Benson has his 3rd field goal of the game. A tie at 51. Percy caught it, fired, missed that. Rebound, Charles. For Cliff. Cheeks to set it up. They got a clean 24. Cheminsky had possession. Cartwright arguing with the official saying, Cheminsky's beating me up. And a whistle and a foul. Vincent hand-checking Mo Cheeks.
Cartwright is still talking to the referee, and Mike actually was beating him for that, literally beating him for that spot. He was throwing elbows and hitting him with everything but the kitchen sink to get that position where he wanted it, and Cartwright was not giving it to him.
And he's still jawing.
Yeah.
Driving Cheeks, he goes down. Bulls run the other way. Sellers glides in, and the layup's good. And Cheeks is slow getting up. He's back up, but grimacing a bit. As the Bulls have recaptured the lead by 2. Barkley give and go with Cheeks, and it's out of bounds, and Cheeks thought he had a foul.
And I think he was correct the last time and this time. I think he got fouled both times, but the referees is lenient. They're just not calling him tonight.
20-second timeout taken by Jimmy now. Oh, a 20-second timeout with the Bulls up by 2, 53-51. You know, Saturday morning at 11:30, you can join Wildcats coach Rolly Massimino as he discusses the recruitment process for Villanova basketball on the Rolly Massimino Show right here on PHL 17. And Massimino, one of the best in the business in terms of recruiting and doing it fairly.
Probably one of the hardest things in college basketball to do is to recruit players, because every good college player or every good high school player probably has 10 to 20 good colleges looking at them, and to get in there and say the right words and do the right things to get that college player to your, or the high school player to your college is incredible.
And when a college coach comes to the pros, they're almost relieved that the recruiting is not there.
Yeah. Maurice finally was able to drive to the bucket and was able to get a foul.
Well, he was determined. That was the 3rd time he said, if they don't call this one.
Just going to lower my head, go to the bucket, and see if I can get Cartwright to foul me, and that's exactly what he did.
Cartwright second. And Maurice will settle himself in. Missed the first. It went wide to the left. Corzine will come on. Cartwright will come off. Mo made 1 of 2. Here's the pressure. Now they back off. Jordan, he ducked through 2 men and missed it. Maurice has Charles. Gun for him. Good feed to Cliff. Windmilled it up and missed it on the reverse. And Jordan came within a whisper of stealing the initial pass. Bulls by 1. 18 seconds left to play.
And Charles
First
Barkley,
half.
with 15 seconds left, is on Michael Jordan.
Here we go. Porzingis at the pick. Jordan drives, and nobody helped.
Nobody helped out.
55-52. Pressure by Chicago. 6 seconds. 5, 4. Cheeks down the boulevard, stripped, and a whistle blows. The Sixers are going to have it with 2 seconds.
Well, just Michael Jordan with such good hands was able to knock it out to Maurice Cheeks' hands as he was going up for the shot. Maurice is complaining that maybe Michael does not have as good as hands as the referee thinks.
Lob for Charles. Catches, fakes, fires. Nope, it wouldn't go off the heel of the rim. He wanted 2 things, the basket and a foul. He got neither. We played 1 half, and the Bulls have regained the lead by 3, 55-52. An excellently played first half, Stephen.
Well, it really was. Both teams, the 76ers especially, are trying to run a little bit more than what they were, unsuccessfully. But when it comes down to it, and they're running their half-court offense, they've been able to do a nice job, probably more so than they've done so far this year.
So that's it for the first half. The score of the Bulls 55, Sixers 52. Stay tuned now to begin the second half. Trailing by 3. Hawkins pops out on the left wing. Free throw line extended. Kaminsky thought about it and didn't pull the trigger. Percy drives and scores. Let's see if that gets him going.
76ers came out and tried to get Michael Jordan into the defensive flow of things by going to Hersey Hawkins, and it worked. Michael couldn't stay with him for the full 24 seconds.
There's Jordan against Hersey. Cartwright spins in. Forced it up, missed it short. Rebound, Kaminsky. Kaminsky had 4 rebounds in the first half. Barkley had 9 of the Sixers' 18. Charles, they didn't come out to play him. He missed it badly, too heavy, and the rebound, Jordan. Jordan through traffic. He glides in and then dishes, and Grant jams it home.
Michael did that so smoothly. He gave a little fake to the middle, was able to get by Hersey Hawkins into the paint, which is one thing you cannot allow Michael Jordan to do. It's very difficult to stop him.
Hawkins, the fall away will be short, and the rebound, Grant. They've gone to Hersey twice. He knocked one down, missed this one. There's Grant. Nope, foul. That'll be on Cliff. That's 1 on Cliff. You go back to Jordan on that drive a minute ago. He was just so effortless. No wasted motion whatsoever.
There was a nice pass by... that was a replay just there of Horace Grant being fouled by Cliff Robinson. But you're right. He was so effortlessly getting into the middle. Then when he recognized the 76ers were getting ready to collapse on him, he was able to dish it over to Grant for the dunk.
Yeah, he looks, sometimes I think he deceives you, because if you're having to play him defensively, it looks like he's only going about half speed.
And he's having so much fun out there. That's the sickening thing about it. He does it with a smile on his face when he beats him.
Slap him and knock the smile off. 59-54, Cliff. That wouldn't fall. Kaminsky another board. 6 rebounds for G. Charles, good pass back out to Cheeks. Jumper wouldn't fall. Grant has the board. Vincent, Charles tried for the steal. Feed inside, Cartwright couldn't handle a pass. They'll turn back over to Philadelphia.
The pass was by Vincent was just a little bit behind Cartwright, and Bill wasn't able to reach back and grab it. Consequently, a turnover for the Chicago Bulls.
And the jumper, Cheeks won't fall again, and another rebound for the Bulls. Jordan comes in line to end line. Wheels in. Cheeks reached in, and they're going to call a foul. But a good play by Cheeks. He nearly was able to pull it away from Jordan. Here's the move.
Makes a nice move to the baseline. Spins back real quick on Hersey, and Maurice was there. Looks like he had all ball. But, you know, that's the way the referee sees it, and you certainly can't argue with it.
Jordan makes the first free throw. Now, Jordan, despite all his points, that's his first trip to the free throw line. 19 in the game for Michael Jordan. 20. And again, a reminder, these same Bulls are at the Spectrum tomorrow night. And tickets still remain for that ball game. Bulls and the Sixers, 7:30 start. Jaminski, top of the key, unloads and missed that. Sixers have gone cold, and the Bulls have built a 7-point advantage. Good feed from Michael Jordan.
I don't know how he saw him, because he was behind him, but he did. He made a tremendous pass to Horace Grant. The 76ers with that layup have called timeout.
The Bulls by a 63-54 margin, and the reason is this, as we have the play whistle dead. The reason is this: in this quarter, the Bulls 2 of 3 from the floor. The Sixers just 1 of 7. So their shooting has dropped off dramatically, and the Bulls now beginning to get to the free throw line. They're 4 of 4 in the period. Sixers yet to get to the free throw line in this quarter. Hersey trying to find Mike Jaminski, and they're going to rule that Jaminski was held. And that's 4 on Cartwright. Well, we have him for only his 3rd. The PA said 4. Cartwright's going to come to the bench. Well, let's see.
That's 4 on
yeah, it's 4.
Cartwright.
Okay. So he sits down. Hawkins down the lane, poked from behind and out of bounds at 2. The Sixers, with 8:43 left here in this 3rd quarter, just need to collect themselves. Hawkins spins and beats Jordan, and then had it blocked from behind by Jordan, who tracked him down. Hersey would have beaten a mortal man.
Right. So far, it's been a tough night for Hersey Hawkins, as he can't get a whole lot going offensively, and defensively, he's getting burned by Michael Jordan, which happens every night anyway by somebody.
Jordan against Barkley. Nope, but a foul. Jordan and Charles look at each other. They knew it was all-star against all-star.
Nice pass from Horace Grant. Good move by Michael Jordan. He was able to keep that ball back behind him with his right hand as Charles Barkley went up.
And a good defensive play actually by Charles, because he forced him to alter the shot, didn't give him the dunk or the layup, even though he got to the line.
And I bet he was hoping that Michael Jordan was going to throw that left hand out there to prevent him from getting there, but he was smart enough not to do that.
A 10-point Chicago lead. Jaminski. Out Cliff against Sellers. Barkley dishes for Jaminski, and he sticks the jumper.
I think it's time for the 76ers to not worry so much about Michael Jordan on defense and get away from Hersey Hawkins just a little bit, let him gather himself, and maybe come back to him in another minute or so.
That's Grant over the back, a climbing foul as he got Charles.
It's a good call. Charles Barkley's there, and then Horace Grant just comes over his back.
Hawkins against Jordan. Jaminski against Corzine. On the rim soft lane, he got the roll.
Look at Mike coming back down court telling the Chicago bench how that shot went in.
Vincent. Jordan, the pull-up, around the rim and off, and Jaminski claims the rebound. 64-58. Sixers can get to within 4 again. Charles shaking his head no. Cliff calling for the ball. Now Barkley, and he had to change that and missed it way short. Cheeks, good hands, nearly stripped Vincent, who tried to go between the wheels, and it's off Vincent.
Good call. Real good call. Maurice did an excellent job of guarding Vincent. When he came back into him, Maurice was able to knock it off Vincent's leg. Excellent defensive play by Maurice Cheeks. I want you to take a look at something, Neil, the next time the 76ers get a rebound, and one of the things why the 76ers can't run, look how close Maurice Cheeks is to the guy that gets the rebound. Look how short the pass becomes. You know, you talk about teams that like to run, and we'll come back to it after this timeout. Chicago Bulls call timeout with 6:39 left, 64-60 Chicago Bulls. Place. Anyway, I was talking about, you know, the teams that like to run, they get that offense, they get that defensive rebound. That first pass is out 20, 30 feet. Maurice Cheeks makes that pass about 10, 15 feet, consequently makes it real hard to run.
Grant, no. Sixers can draw to within 2. Ronnie Anderson thought about it. Now they swing it hard. Hersey raises up. Kaboom! 64-62 as the Sixers claw their way back. Hersey now with 2 field goals and 4. Vincent, no. Cliff had to one-arm the rebound. Cheeks at the point, drives the lane, Scoop scores. My friends, were tied at 64 suddenly again. Bulls pulled away, now the Sixers have fought their way back. Jordan the jam.
He was able to catch Hersey Hawkins going high on the pick set by Dave Corzine. Gave him a little juke out and went back door, and Vincent was able to see him for the dunk.
That's 4 dunks for Michael Jordan, including his first 3. Hersey missed that. The rebound, Cliff had it, lost it, run down by Hawkins. Good hustle. Maurice, they clear the side for him. He spins into the lane, scoops it up again on the rim and good. (66-66). Benson. Nowhere to go. Hersey jumped out at him. Sellers from outside. Missed that. Rebound, and that was a push from by. They're going to call that against the Sixers, and not a good call. Joey had to make it, Joey Crawford, from the baseline, but it looked like Grant pushed off, and Cliff was going to get the foul.
Cliff may have had him hooked with his right arm. Consequently, Horace had to push off to get free from Cliff.
Still looked like a push to me.
Yeah, okay, we'll give it to you.
You had a better angle.
I'm 1 seat away from you.
No. Jordan again slips loose, and again he pounds it home.
Well, by far, Michael Jordan is going to be the toughest player that Hersey Hawkins is going to defend against, and he's getting a little bit of an education here tonight, guarding a guy that can move so well without the ball and do so many things even with it. So it's going to be a learning process tonight for Hersey.
Corzine, again, a good passer off the post, either low or high, turns and fires and scores. Veteran out of DePaul. Anderson raises up, and that's good. 77. The teams just seesaw back and forth, trading basket for basket. 3:20 left to play in the third. Vincent, now Jordan. He fires and misses, and Cliff the rebound. Took it away from Grant and Corzine. Cheeks trying to go to Jaminski, and he couldn't control it. 70-70 tie. Bulls will have it. You're watching 76ers basketball on PHL 17 in Philadelphia. Getting some extra help here from the truck. Yeah, we do need it. Jordan fires the jumper, and he's good this time. 72-70. Cheeks in a hurry. Cliff. Stutter steps his way in. Pump fakes. That won't fall. Jordan. He and Anthony Jones played catch, and now Vincent on the left wing, free throw line extended. Low post. Vincent raises up for the return pass and misses. What a foul. That's on Hersey Hawkins. Might have shocked him for a minute there. All of a sudden it wasn't Michael Jordan. It was, he goes, who's this guy?
Who's this guy? Seeing Vincent going to the line.
Cheeks, Hawkins, Corzine, and Ron Anderson, who did not play high school basketball, but is from Chicago. So 4 players in this game. And you want me to really date myself? Guess what? I also did Dave Corzine's games when he was a high school player. I'm serious. There are about 5 guys in this league.
You are old.
Well,
a lot older than me.
But those... Ron Anderson couldn't find the ball. It popped up. He thought it went down. Then he looked up, and it was already by him, and it rolled off his foot.
One of those embarrassing moments when you go up for the shot, you get ready to shoot, and the ball slips right through your hands. You're looking all over for it, and the worst thing you do is come down and kick it out of bounds.
Grant comes to the top, high post, and then packs it. Vincent flash. Now Jones flashes, and now a whistle. Foul is going to be on Ron Anderson. Ron says, I was not anywhere near that play. He had to fight.
Well, he was a little closer than what we thought as he went around the pick by Horace Grant. He just reached out and grabbed his jersey to eliminate that pick in a hurry.
I was just about to say fought his way over the top nicely.
Well, he did.
Yeah.
Thanks to a handful of jersey.
Grant makes the first free throw. Bulls' 4th leading rebounder last year at 447. And as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, the Bulls traded the number 2 rebounder in all of the NBA.
And at this juncture, Horace Grant has 12 rebounds. So he's holding up his end of the bargain.
Missed the free throw. Corzine kind of flailed at it and a foul. It's on Corzine.
Horace Grant and Bill Cartwright have been averaging 16 rebounds per game, which is 4 less than the Charles Oakley, Dave Corzine combo did last year. So they're not rebounding as well, but they're scoring a little bit more.
Anderson, good fake, runs in, and in traffic was hammered. Corzine picks up another. He's got 2 in a hurry. Cartwright's on the bench with 4.
Ron gives a nice drive, gives a good fake, drives down to the baseline, and goes right into Corzine. He sees Dave Corzine coming over, and the smart thing for the players to do is kind of jump back into that defensive player coming over to try and block the shot. Therefore, you're protecting the ball, but you're also trying to draw the foul on the defensive player, which Ron Anderson was able to do.
Mike Jaminski will get a breather, and Christian Belk checks in. Anderson sticks the second one. 75-72, Chicago by 3. They haven't really dominated this period, but they've led most of the way. Almost stolen, but they're gonna rule that it's off Grant and out of bounds. Well, Cheeks will bring it up. Sixers can draw to within 1. Inside Charles, backing, spinning, hanging, blocked, but a foul.
Dave Corzine.
Yeah, he bodied him first
behind.
before
Yes,
the block.
He did.
Foul on Dave Corzine. That's his 3rd penalty.
Well, let me get position here. Let me kind of bully in there, which he does. Horace Grant and Dave Corzine comes from behind. Gives him a little whack on the hands.
Barkley, 2 shots.
But I'll tell you something, Neil, when Charles Barkley wants to go to the bucket, there isn't anybody in the league that can stop him from getting position and getting 1 or 2 dribbles going to that bucket and either drawing the foul or scoring the basket.
And he makes the first. 21 minutes in the first half, he had 10 points. The leading scorer for the Sixers in the first half was Cliff Robinson with 13. And the second one wouldn't go down. 2-point Chicago lead. Vincent and Paxson work the backcourt now for the Bulls. Here's Barkley with a steal. Charles behind his back, but there was nobody there. Paxson from outside, and he ripped it home.
There's another one of those anticipation moves by Charles Barkley. He was able to get his hands on it, but he yet wasn't able to catch up to it and make the clean steal.
Anderson firing and missing. 77-73, Bulls by 4. 31 seconds left. Vincent with a dribble at the point. All the way to the baseline. Corzine. Grant. Layup good. Somehow they didn't have to swing it. They just rammed it in across the lane from right to left. And Grant finished it off. Hawkins trying to feed Velp. Rather, it was Anderson, and now there's going to be no shot, and there's going to be a loose ball foul call on Christian Velp. 2 seconds remaining, third period.
So what was a 2-point game at the 36-second mark can all of a sudden become an 8-point game with 2 seconds remaining. So the Chicago Bulls in the last 30 seconds have been able to increase their lead. And you can see on the replay where Christian Velp did push Jones.
About halfway across the lane, yeah. Jones makes the first free throw. 2 seconds left to play here in the third. Jones makes the second. 81-73. Velp for Cheeks. He'll have to hurry, and that won't count even if it goes. Partially blocked up. So we have played 3 here in the Chicago Stadium. The Bulls 81, the Sixers 73. Just be happy with the 76ers starter jacket because Hersey is not in the game.
Good try.
Oh, we get the pick.
We get to pick for Joe?
Yeah, you pick last, and I'll pick one for Joe.
I would go with Anderson, but who are you going to go with?
Anderson.
Oh yeah, way to have your own mind. I'll go with Michael Jordan. How's that?
All right. Oh. Jordan for Cartwright. Good move. And jams. Boy, he showed some quickness there.
Well, Bill just caught the ball, and at the same motion as he caught it with his hands, he made that quick spin move to the baseline, was able to get by Chris Velp.
83-73. Bulls rather have opened up their biggest lead of the game. Anderson thought about it, didn't. Barkley for Anderson. Now he's going to have to, and he didn't beat the 24-second buzzer. Good defense by Chicago. Paxson and Jordan. Neely, Sellers, and Cartwright. And a holding foul on Wingate, and he's going to get the tee done.
And a technical. Well, that's the second time that Michael Jordan has pulled that same move on Wingate. And what happens is when Jordan's going through the middle, he just sticks his arm under the defensive player, in this case David Wingate, and is able to come up through his arms and make it look like he's getting fouled. Just another good move by Michael Jordan. He pulled that on him the first half. It's an easy way to get somebody off you in a quick way.
An 11-point Chicago lead. Jordan. Paxson for 3, the home run, bang. The three-pointer by Paxson, the first three-point field goal of the game. 87-73, as now the Bulls have lengthened their lead to 14. Cheminsky. That's good. Rattled around and dropped.
So, Joe, everybody was wrong.
Yep. Sorry, Joe, you still get the 76ers starter jacket, though. Jordan, nothing but net. Jaminski for Barkley. Jordan tapped it loose. Cartwright gives it to Paxson. 3-on-3. Paxson stops and pops and missed it. Cheeks heads the other way. Runs with Barkley. Charles lost it out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Sixers.
And Charles is looking at the referee like, where are you again? Make the call, because Michael Jordan whacked him pretty good across the forearms, and the referee was not there to call it. But those are the breaks that you have to play through when you're on the road. And Scotty Brooks comes in for Maurice Cheeks.
Anderson pulls the trigger for Brooks. Jaminski wide open again. Not this time. Anderson's follow is good. 89-77. Sellers posted Cartwright. Wide open. Paxson 3 again. Kaboom! Back-to-back three-pointers by Paxson. 92-77. Wingate dribble drive, lays it off. Barkley grabbed by Neely.
And the crowd liked the foul. That's probably one of the few ways you can stop Charles Barkley from scoring once he's underneath like that, is just reach around, lay your 240 pounds on him, and not allow him to even get the shot off, and that's what Ed Neely did.
And Neely probably one of the few guys in the league that can hold Charles and keep him from leaving his feet.
Yep.
Missed the first free throw. Fans Pizza Hut wants you to go over the top of the 76ers. If the Sixers score 110 points tonight on PHL 17, you can receive your choice of one free topping tomorrow when ordering a large or medium pizza. Just visit your local participating Pizza Hut tomorrow and mention PHL 17 and the 76ers. Cartwright just off the lane, left side, right hand hook is a beauty.
Well, all of a sudden, the 76ers are going to have to dig down deep and do the things that it's going to take to win this ball game.
Sixers get a timeout. Crowd comes to their feet. The Bulls 94, Sixers 78. Back right after this.
Well, Neil, the nice thing about, and it's not nice, but with 8:50 left on the clock and being down 14 points, the shot clock is only 24 seconds, so you have an opportunity to get back in just about any ball game in this league.
Cartwright falling, firing, scoring.
And that's one of the reasons that Doug Collins wanted Bill Cartwright.
And Wingate, nice drive as he powered his way to the hole and scored. Cartwright thought he was a guard for a minute and then said,
not for that reason, Bill. Supposed to post up and score, not dribble it up and be a guard.
Paxson and Jordan, the backcourt right now. All right, Cartwright.
A little shoving match between Cartwright and Jaminski. And Mike just pushed Cartwright right out of the way.
That's 5 on Cartwright, and that'll bring Corzine up off the Doug Collins bench in an instant. And Cartwright sits down. Sixers fought back in the third to even things. The Bulls have pulled out in front by 14 here. Anderson fires. Nope. Rebound Jordan. He took it away from Corzine. Jordan cruises and misses heavy. Jaminski, after Wingate kept it alive. Charles trying to run in on Neely. That was like two big boulders colliding.
Charles has that quick first step, and Ed Neely obviously not being as quick on a foot as Charles Barkley. Charles was able to get by him on the right-hand side, was able to draw the foul as Ed Neely was not able to get in front of him to get the offensive foul.
Charles, 71% shooter from the free throw line. And missed that. Charles has been relatively quiet since the early going. He did have 9 first-half rebounds, 11 first-half points. But Chicago, for the most part, has been able, thus far anyway, to keep him in check. He has 13 points. 14 points make it. Nope, I'll go back and say it's 13 again. 13 for Charles. Jordan defying gravity and drawing the foul.
The foul on David Wingate is third, second team.
Well, Michael Jordan realizing that Ron Anderson is on him and not as quick as Michael. Gives him a little fake to the middle and drives to the baseline, getting ready to go up, and David Wingate comes over and whacks him across the arm. Michael Jordan going to the line for one more. Got an opportunity to hit 2 free throws here.
And he does. 98, 83, 31 for Jordan in the game. Averaging around 36, and Scott Brooks's pass goes awry, and on the turnover, the Bulls get it back. 98, 83, 7:07, so as Steve pointed out a moment ago, a lot of time left. The Sixers got to get it going. Play like they did throughout much of the first 3 quarters. They're going to climb back in. Jordan, they've isolated him on the left side.
Comes a double team.
They swing it hard. The open man. Now is Paxson. That's good. Another home run. That's 3 3-point field goals for Paxson. And the Bulls are over 100. 101-83 they lead, and a foul at the other end. Jordan the foul.
I'll tell you what, Neil, when you're out on the floor playing defense like the 76ers just did for the 24-second period, and you're out there working hard, and that ball swings around the top of the key and gets over the corner and swings back out like it did to Paxson, and he hits another 3-pointer on you. That has the possibility of taking the winds right out of your sail.
Yeah, it frustrates you, takes a little something out of you. Paxson has made 3 3-pointers here in the second half.
And when you look back on this game, that little 30-second spurt by the Chicago Bulls at the end of the third period may have been the doom of the Philadelphia 76ers tonight, as that spread went from 2 to 8 in a matter of 30 seconds.
101-85. Vincent dances with a dribble at the top against Cheeks. Jordan one-on-one with Barkley. Nowhere. Fires anyway and missed it badly. Charles with a good job defensively. Sixers in a hurry. Charles against Corzine. He waves Cliff off. Puts it on the floor. Fires. No, he got it. Boy.
That's what I found.
Yeah, he shot that from his right shoulder. Kind of slung it up there. Caught the rim and dropped. And the Bulls want a timeout. 101-87. The Sixers trailing in the game with 5:56 remaining here in Chicago.
A friend of mine here at halftime, probably one of the few I have in Toledo, guy by the name of
don't tell me he said
Nick Nicolaitis, who owns probably one of the best restaurants in Toledo, the Hungry Eye, and I went over and talked to him, and I just wanted to say
bus station, that place. Grant falling and firing and scoring. Well, every time the Sixers have had a little surge, they've responded. Here's Anderson. He'll have a chance for the 3-point play. They beat the Bulls back after the made basket.
First time this evening.
3 on Horace Grant. Here's a look.
Well, that's what happens when you get the ball out quick. You have to start thinking. Shot goes in, turnover, missed shot, fast break, fast break, fast break. And you have to get the players out on the floor to think fast break. The first thing you do is look up, look long, and work your way back to the guard that's standing next to you. Sixers in their 1-3-1 press.
Paxson, Sellers, firing, scoring again. They shot the lights out. A 15-point deficit and a steal by Jordan. Good pass to Grant, and he was pushed.
Fouls on Charles
Charles the foul. I don't know if this is right or not, but we have Charles for just 2 points in the second half. 10, 13, 14, 17. No, I take it back. Got 7 or 8 here in the second half. And a rebound there. Robinson blocked by Sellers. Back, partially blocked again, but foul.
Good call. Brad Sellers was able to block the first shot by Cliff Robinson. Cliff was able to get his own shot back. Was able to take it to the bucket now, and Brad Sellers hit him across the hand.
I'm sorry, Hawkins comes back on, and Barkley will go to the bench.
Well, what they're going to end up doing now from here on out probably is go to their 1-3-1 press and then get down the other end and try for the three-pointers.
They got Hawkins, Anderson, and Cliff in there, who can all shoot the three. Cheeks against Paxson, who we know can shoot the three. Sellers from downtown. He pours another one home. Well, Sellers funnels another one. And it's 107-91. Bulls. Cliff. Anderson. Jumper. Nope. And it's all Chicago on the boards right now.
When you take a look at when the shot goes up by the 76ers, there are 4 or 5 Chicago Bulls there. You don't even see any red going to the offensive hoop.
Jordan finger roll. Nope. Anderson the rebound. Cliff pounds his way in and jams it. Cliff throws one down. Jordan.
Oh.
Collision. And Cartwright and Jaminski.
I don't think those two guys like each other. No. I'm not sure, but Bill Cartwright came across from the right side to the left side in the paint and was throwing elbows at Mike Jaminski. And when Cartwright finally got posted up,
here it is, a look.
Gave him a nice elbow to the back.
2 shots for Bill Cartwright.
And Mike's complaining right there that Bill Cartwright. I think all this started probably prior to what we've seen here on the screen, but I think that started probably on the right side when Bill was trying to get away from Mike Jaminski. He's throwing elbows and flailing his arms at Mike.
Well, they were banging early in the game as Cartwright tried for position.
I guess
Mike for a moment there.
Mike's taking exception to that type of play, and that's it's nice to see that even though it's not right, but it's nice to see that the 76ers, especially Mike Jaminski, is not going to take any grief in the middle.
109-93, Chicago in front.
Give him the ball.
Jaminski jump hook right over Cartwright. Called for it, caught it, shot the line drive hook.
Good play by Hersey Hawkins, who saw that Mike Jaminski wanted that ball and went right to him.
Paxson for 3, bang again. That's 4 3-pointers for Paxson.
I tell you what, and you talk about the passing ability of Magic Johnson. You take a look at Michael Jordan, and he ranks right up there as good a passer as anybody in this league. He's got eyes and the instinct to find that open player.
Hersey knocks down a 3 of his own. Paxson, he might want another one. Jordan cruises and scores. Change of pace at the baseline. Cliff. Jaminski to pick. Cliff in traffic. Nope. Paxson in no hurry. 2:20 left. 114-98 Chicago.
Doug wants them to slow it down and start taking some time off the clock, which is the right move for the Chicago Bulls.
Here's a steal. 2-on-2. Cliff poked away by Paxson. He saves it, and the Bulls run the other way. Jordan, Sellers, nope, tap is good. Sellers wouldn't go for him the first time, but he tipped it home. I'll tell you what, Paxson might be the hero of this game.
I think you're absolutely right.
Driving Ron Anderson, and the layup's good, and he'll get to the line. And I'll tell you why, because the Sixers were battling the Bulls on even terms, and then suddenly Paxson with 4 3-pointers, and then a great save just a moment ago that led to a basket. Take away his 4 3-pointers, and this is still a game.
Yes, sir. Absolutely right.
Minute 43 left. 116-100. Chicago in front. Anderson completes the 3-point play. 116-101. Paxson. And Cartwright trying to go between 2 men, and a whistle.
See you, Bill.
Offensive foul.
That's 6 on Cartwright.
His 6th personal foul. Cartwright, the bench with 14 points. Jack Taylor.
You want to pick an MVP?
Sam Vincent. Back for Chicago.
Paxson. I would have to go along with that.
All right.
He turned the game around. Hawkins raises up. Good again. He buried that baby. 116-103. Minute 11 left. Some of the crowd beginning to wend their way to the exits here at the Chicago Stadium. Jordan, a crossover move, then swings it left wing. Velp over the back.
5 seconds. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
That's Jack Haley.
Bill's son.
Yeah. Paxson, good fake, fires. That'll be short. About the only thing he's done wrong. Scott Brooks in a hurry. Gunned up the left side. Anderson stops, in and out. And a whistle and a foul. It'll be a loose ball foul. Jim Paxson is our
Loose ball foul call.
Miller Lite player of the game. Miller Lite, PHL 17, would like to present $76 on his behalf to the Philadelphia chapter of the American Red Cross. Congratulations to John Paxson.
And I'll tell you what, like I said earlier, when that score was 82-80, John Paxson came in at the end of that third quarter, and that whole Chicago Bull team ignited, and they were able to take that 2-point lead to an 8-point lead in a matter of seconds. And I think that was the key to this ball game. And the 76ers were never able to get back into it for this whole fourth period.
Well, it's difficult when you're trading 2 for 3.
Yes, very difficult.
And he made the one, and you made a very good point, where the Sixers played great defense, forced them to make a couple of extra passes they didn't really want to, and then as the shot clock was about to expire, Paxson buried a 3-pointer.
And those are the things that'll kill you during the course of a ball game.
Haley makes the second. Hawkins for Velp. Nope. Tap is good, though, by Bobby Thornton. Clock in the red, 25 seconds left.
Oh, the crowd is still screaming.
Will go over the 500 mark, and an offensive foul.
They screaming. Even though there was an offensive foul called on Haley, he was still able to get the pass and go in for the dunk, and the crowd loved it. What crowd is remaining?
118 to 105, now 118, 107. 9 seconds left. Pressure by the Sixers. Vincent, and that's going to about do it. 3 seconds, 2. Haley at the horn, he scores, it counts. The final, the Bulls 120, the Sixers 107. Here at the Chicago Stadium. We'll be back after this.
The bad news is